Do right even there is no one to watch you. Hi, this is Kalpana Reddy from Krishi High School. Today I am here to discuss about class 8 topic the polar region, that is lesson number 4. Okay children, so before moving into the topic, I would like to wish you all a happy and a healthy morning children. Hope everyone is doing good. And as usual, I just wanted to advise you that stay home, stay safe, eat healthy food, come out with the new creativities, okay, and don't step out of the house unnecessarily without any valid reason, okay, and use the mask whenever you move out, right children? Okay, let's move into the topic. As I said, today's topic is about the polar region part 2. So in the previous lesson, in the like I'm saying the previous session, we have learned about the vegetation and the climate of the polar region, isn't it? And the people, like for example, Eskimos, isn't it? And the people means Eskimos, right, children? And in the today's session, we are going to learn about the language and the language what they speak and the occupation what they do and the type of shelter, etc. So let's start. So generally we know that Eskimos, generally we all speak one language to communicate each other, isn't it? In the same way, the Eskimos also, they also speak different languages. Okay children, they also speak a different languages, and they have actually they have scattered in various places and in a groups, and they move to different places, okay, in a groups, and they speak different languages. That means what slang is different, like how in Telugu we have different slangs. So in the same way, in their languages also they have different slangs children, and the language what they speak is Aleut, Yupik and input groups. Okay children, so generally Yupik uh, is from West Alaska to Siberia, and input is East Alaska to Greenland, right children? Okay, so they speak different languages, and they have as they have scattered from different uh, places in a different groups, right children? As I said that they are not from same group living in various places. They don't they are not they don't move in the same group in a different places children. Actually they have a different group of people moving to different places, right children? And they have different slangs also. Is that clear to you? And actually they have entered, it is believed that they have entered in North America 5000 years ago. Actually they are origin of that, and slowly from that they have migrated to Canada, Greenland, and some of them to Siberia, children, okay, and some of them to Siberia. So here if we talk about the population, so it is calculated as I would say 20,000 in Greenland, 30,000 in Canada, and 40,000 in Siberia and other tundra region, where generally we other people they don't have the access with them. Okay children, so other than means as the climate is very cool there and extreme climate there, so other people can't access with them. So there are few people who are also migrated to tundra region, understood, apart from this Greenland, Canada and Siberia. Is that clear to children? So how this group of people manage their things, how they carry out their activities. So generally, it is believed that expected that nearly they make a group of 500 people, and they will share the responsibility. They will share the responsibility. They means they have scattered in coastal regions of Greenland and Labrador. In winter, they do fishing as a group activity, and generally in winter what they will do, they will do fishing as a group activity. Even for fishing also, alone a single person can't carry out that activity. So what they will do, they will plan it for that, and they will do in a group. Whatever the occupation they do or whatever the work they do, they will do it in a group. Okay children, because the tasks will be very tough there. Okay, fishing and all, it's very tough there. So here we'll talk about how generally they do hunting or fishing. Okay, they use harpoon seals. They use harpoon seals. Okay, so harpoons are nothing but they are like I meant to say a weapon, we can say, to kill the seals. Harpoon are the weapons to kill the seals. It's a special design weapon to fix that harpoon seal breathing place. So generally what they will do, they will take that harpoon in their hands and they will hit on the breathing place of the seals, okay, to block them exactly, that particular place. If they hit with that harpoon on the breathing place, so it will die. Is that clear to you, children? So they use the harpoon seals. It's a weapon. It's a weapon which is fixed to hit the seal, harpoon seal on the breathing place. It is designed in such a way. Understood, children? So generally, I just wanted to share the image of that. I'll just show you. Just be with me. Yeah, 1 second. Yes. See, this I have shared the image. I have collected few pics from Google Children. This is the polar region. You can just view it. Okay. And next we have this pic, right? Yeah, you can see it totally covered with icebergs, ice. Okay, this is a seal, right, children? And this is a caribou. Yes, this is a caribou, the animal what they hunt. Is that clear to you? This is the caribou. I'll explain you in the upcoming session, like in the same session after this, concluding the slides. So this is the caribou, children. Okay, animal which is exactly similar to the deer. Okay, see the image. Yeah, this is the harpoon seal. This is the harpoon seal. What they use it for to hunt the seals. They will just hit on the breathing place of the harpoon seals. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. Yes. So here, now we were talking about the harpoon seal. So in the summer, what they do again? So generally, in summer they will travel miles. Okay, nearly a circuit of 1100 kilometers. Say for example, and they will use for traveling. What they will use? They will use the sledges. They will use the sledges. Sledges are like a vehicle which is dragged by the dogs. Which is dragged by the dogs, okay, for traveling on the that ice pieces or the ice slides. They will use the sledges which is dragged by the dogs, just like a bullock cart. I will share you the image. Okay, children, just wait for a moment. Then after that they will use the even boat, omex, to travel on a water for fishing. Generally they go for fishing now, so they have to travel on water. So when they travel on a water, they use the boat called omex. Okay, children. And for as I said that they will hunt animals also, caribou. I have shown you the image. For hunting animal, that caribou, they need nearly about hundreds of people in a group. So what they will do, so just they will plan it, they maintain a pile of stones, okay, and in circle they will attack it, okay. Generally you might have seen in many movies generally how they attack the animals. Okay, they'll make a circle, they'll maintain a pile of stone. So what this caribou will think, someone is standing there, and when it is running towards that, from backside they will attack in a circle, children. Okay, so this caribou, they hunt in a summer. So and what they will do, fishing they will do in deep muddy holes. So what they will do, just they'll create a space for the fishes to stagnate, and they will use the nets and also the boats called kayaks, which is made up of animal skin. And this caribous, what they use, children. So what they will do, they will preserve it, because all the time they don't find this, they can't go for hunting, isn't it? For that they have to store it, for the upcoming days. So what they will do, they'll store it, that whatever the animal or the flesh they got after killing the caribou, they will store it. Okay, children. So fat, fish, meat, veggies are like, as I said, that vegetables or the like in the Tandra region, vegetation is highly impossible. So hardly we find vegetables. So what they will do, there's a scarcity of food. Even sometimes what happen, they will sleep in a starvation without any food also. Sometimes they will sleep in a hunger stage of starvation, children. So they will preserve this flesh, whatever they got, they'll cut it underground, the icy permafrost sheets, they will preserve that. Okay, and after some days, when it get decays, it becomes very soft. And when it becomes very soft, what they will do, that flesh they will take out, and they will fry it in a seal oil or the fish oil, and it becomes very tasty. Is that clear to you? So life is not as smooth as what it appears in the polar region. So it's very difficult. And if we talk about the houses, generally right from like lower classes, we are learning that in polar region we find the house igloos, generally which are made up of icebergs. So igloo means its only exact meaning is shelter, children. That's it. Its dictionary meaning is only shelter. It doesn't tell that igloo is a house which is made up of icebergs. It's only shelter. Okay, so they'll make a house, they'll build the house with the animal skin or the blocks or the wooden logs. Okay, children, blocks or wooden logs also, and they'll also use animal skin, and they will add two logs to make tunnels for more comfort. Sometimes they will attach two houses and they will make a tunnels, okay, to move from this room to that room. Say for example, in your house you'll have 2 to 3 rooms. In the same way, there also they will make a tunnel to make it more comfort to move into the room. Okay, they use wooden racks to preserve food. So on the top they will use some wooden blocks to preserve the food and also to lay down. So just like a cot, how we will use, they will place a wooden logs to lay down. Is that clear to you, children? And to protect themselves from nature. Is that clear to you? uh, so as it is very extreme cold, they also they means, as to preserve themselves from this extreme coolness, they will prepare the house which suits to that climate, children, and protect themselves from which nature has put into them. Is that clear to you, children? So I'm going to just share you a few images to make you clear. Yes, 1 second. Yeah, so this is harpoon. Yeah, so this is what called sledges. Okay, this is sledges, so which are dragged by the dogs, you can see. Yeah, see, boats, kayaks. Yes, so these are the kayaks, so you can see. And these are the igloos. Yes, children, you can see the houses, what exactly like type of house we have in the polar region. Is that clear to you? Yes, so with this, I'm going to just wind up the session. Before winding up, I just wanted to share the homework for you, children. So your questions are: in what ways are the resources available in their surroundings used in the making house? How is a house impacted by the climate? Okay, children, so these two are your questions. You have to finish it and upload in Google Classroom. And whenever you're uploading, kindly in the comment box, write your name, mention your name, so that it will be easy for the teacher to assess children. Is that clear to you? Thank you for being connected with me. Bye-bye.